1997 Canadian 1-cent coin. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we're doing a deep dive into something you've probably had rattling around in your pocket at some point, the Canadian penny. Specifically, the 1997 Canadian penny. You might be thinking, what's so special about that? It's literally worth 1 cent. And you'd be right. But that's exactly the point. Its lack of face value today is what makes its story so fascinating. We'll be covering its history, its design, its surprising change in composition, and why some of these seemingly worthless coins could actually be worth more than you think. So grab your magnifying glass and let's get started. To understand the 1997 penny, we have to go back to the beginning of the Canadian cent itself. The Royal Canadian Mint, established in 1908, took over the production of coins for the country. For decades, the penny was a workhorse, a small but reliable part of the economy. It was made almost entirely of bronze, giving it that classic coppery brown color and a satisfying weight. The design we're all familiar with, the maple leaf twig on the reverse, was created by George Kruger Gray and first appeared in 1937. It's an iconic piece of Canadian art, a simple yet powerful symbol of the nation. On the obverse, of course, is the monarch. In 1997, that was Queen Elizabeth II, her third portrait appearing on Canadian coins. So, on the surface, the 1997 penny looks and feels like many of the coins that came before it. But there's a major, almost invisible, shift that happened that year. By the late 1990s, the Royal Canadian Mint was facing a problem. The cost of copper was rising. It was becoming more expensive to produce a single penny than the penny was actually worth. This is a phenomenon known as seigniorage, and in this case, it was a negative one. The mint was losing money with every penny they created. In 1997, they made a major change. They switched the composition of the cent from a solid bronze to a copper-plated zinc. This new, lighter, and much cheaper coin was designed to save the mint money. It was a purely economic decision, but it had a profound impact on the coin itself. You can feel the difference immediately. The older bronze penny is substantial. The new copper-plated zinc one is noticeably lighter. This change in metal is one of the key identifying features of the 1997 cent and the pennies that followed it. It marks a clear dividing line in the history of the Canadian 1-cent coin. A coin that was produced in the hundreds of millions is now made of a different metal. That's interesting, but does it make it valuable? For the most part, no. The vast majority of 1997 Canadian pennies are worth exactly 1 cent, or perhaps a few cents to a curious collector. The mintage was massive, over 549 million were produced. It's a common coin. However, here's where it gets interesting for the serious collector. Like many coins, the 1997 cent has a few key variations and errors that can significantly increase its value. First, look for coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition. A 1997 penny straight from an original mint roll, without any scratches or wear, will always fetch more than one that's been in circulation. These are known as brilliant uncirculated or proof-like coins, and they were often included in special coin sets for collectors. Next, keep an eye out for potential errors. While no major, well-known errors exist for the 1997 cent like some other years, the zinc core was prone to a specific type of damage. When the copper plating gets chipped or worn, the zinc underneath can react with the air, causing a corrosive process known as zinc rot or copper disease. A coin that is completely free of this type of damage is a good sign of its high grade. Finally, while the main production run was in copper-plated zinc, a very small number of pennies from this year were struck with a W mint mark for the Royal Canadian Mint's Winnipeg branch, although these were typically for special proof sets. Finding a 1997 penny with a W is a significant discovery for a collector, as they are much rarer. The story of the 1997 Canadian penny is more than just a numismatic fact. It's a microcosm of a larger economic truth. The penny, once a symbol of a penny saved is a penny earned, became a liability. The cost of its very existence outweighed its value. This is why, in 2012, the Royal Canadian Mint stopped producing them entirely. The 1997 cent represents a turning point, a year where a country's money changed from being a self-sustaining asset to a subsidized one. The next time you find a Canadian penny from 1997, don't just see it as a worthless piece of metal. See it as a snapshot in time. A tangible reminder of a changing economy, a small nod to numismatic history, and a testament to the fact that even the most common objects can hold a story worth telling. If you have any 1997 pennies in your collection, or if you found any interesting variations, let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of coins and history. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting!